Hello everyone, welcome to Workout Wednesday, here with me, Matt Rowe from Rowe & King. We've got a great workout for you today. It's 50 minutes long and it's called Responding to Attack. So yeah, no prizes for guessing what the session is trying to develop and help you do. It's helping you respond to, or equally make an attack. So whether you're doing a race, or maybe it's a sportif with some friends, or maybe it's just a cafe ride with your mates, it's always nice to be able to stick with those stronger guys when it counts. Maybe coming into the cafe or on a decisive climb. Obviously in a race situation, it's vital to be able to stay at the front and yeah, be at the front when it counts. So this session helps develop your ability to do those things by teaching you teaching your body to be able to produce lactic acid, to produce a significant effort, a spike in effort, and then recover without completely easing off. So that's what today's session is all about. So I'll go through some of the technical side of things and talk it through in a bit more detail shortly. But for now, we're in the warm-up phase. So this is simply the part of the session that gets us ready to work out. So gets the heart and lungs warmed up, gets the blood flowing into your muscles, just to basically fill all your muscles full of blood so they can function properly and supply them with oxygen. And it's also a chance to mentally warm yourselves up and prepare, kind of psych yourselves up, get in the zone, ready for the pain that's going to come. So we've got a 7-minute warm-up today, guys, of which 2 minutes has already been done. So we've got another 5 minutes, and it's just a nice progressive warm-up, so nothing too drastic in the first 7 minutes. Then we're gonna ease off for 2 minutes. A nice easy 2 minutes, and then we're going to do what we call an activation sprint. So it's just 10 seconds. It's a 10-second sprint, and that obviously it's a significant effort, but it's more it's more part of the warm-up routine, just to get yourselves ready for the main bulk of the session. And the main bulk of the session is made up of 5 blocks so it's 5 blocks essentially. Each block is made up of, as you can see on the left hand side of your screen, we've got 30 seconds riding at zone 3. So that's designed to replicate riding in a bunch. So again, whether that's a race bunch, a peloton, or whether it's a bunch with your mates, you're on your local club run, and just a few friends, whatever it is, you're riding in a group. And zone 3 is fairly typical of a group that's riding pretty hard, pressing on, but it's not full gas yet. But it's certainly faster, or kind of a quicker pace than you'd be riding on your own on a leisurely ride. So yeah, each block starts with 30 seconds, zone 3, just riding in a group before we make a 30-second effort. And that first 30-second effort is supposed to replicate following an attack. So just picture your competitor or your mate maybe. They've attacked you, so that's 30-second spike to follow them, and after 30 seconds we're going to assume that we catch that rider. So good job. Of course, when you catch them, it's not event over. You got to settle back into the pace of the ride. So we're settling back into that zone 3 effort, which should feel, after 30-second capacity effort, it's not going to feel that easy, zone 3 again. So we're going to settle into zone 3 for a minute, and then we're going to make our race winning move. So that's a minute at kind of what we call zone 6. Think of it as a capacity effort. It's just a big minute, and that's going to be, rather than following an attack, what we're pretending in the first effort, the second minute is going to be you making your move, making your race winning move to win the race, or to get to the cafe first, or whatever it is. And then we're going to settle into a minute a minute of zone 3 to finish each block. So just to recap on that, guys: 30 seconds zone 3, 30 seconds zone 6 following an attack, 1 minute zone 3 settling back into the routine of the bunch, 1 minute is your race winning move, and then the final minute then is just the victory parade part. It's just the nice and easy, or not saying nice and easy, it's your zone 3 part just to finish off. So it'll all become a lot clearer when we've done the first block, I think. So yeah, thanks for joining today, guys. We've got 92 people online today, which is good to see. Make sure you've all got your fans on and got a drink there, got some liquids. And talking of fans on, I'm going to make sure mine's on. There we go. Make sure my fan's on. Yeah, fans on, lots of liquid, because we're definitely going to build up a lot of heat in this session today. So on the left hand side, you can see all the different sections of this workout, and for each section you get given a rating, if you like, and that is either good job and you get a full star, a gold star, and that's if you can kind of complete that element of the workout to the letter. So if you're in erg mode, you should be getting pretty much gold stars throughout. You get a half star if you kind of more or less completed the effort or that section, and you don't get any star if you completely bombed out. So hopefully you'll be getting, yeah, mainly gold stars throughout the whole workout. So you should be starting to feel pretty warmed up by now. We're 20 seconds left of this initial ramped warm-up. And one thing I say about all the sessions that we do on Workout Wednesday that I lead, it's all about quality over quantity. So there'll never be a Workout Wednesday session that is longer than an hour. So today, for example, is 50 minutes, and in that 50 minutes I'm going to promise you an absolutely quality workout. So we're not going to waste a minute of time. Every section or every minute of this session is there's a reason behind it. There's no just steady state reason riding for the sake of it. So, you know, this first 10 minutes, 7-minute ramp, 2 minutes easy, then a spike. That's all, you know, it's all there for a reason, and that is to make sure we're fully warmed up so we can get the best out of the core part of the session. So it's a real efficient warm up, 10 minutes, and then we go into our 5 blocks of responding to attacks with a short break in between each block of 3.5 minutes, and we cool down. So yeah, quality over quantity is what we say at Rowe King. Now, everything we do is it's got quality and science at the forefront of everything we do. So another minute now, guys, nice and easy, and there's no point in pressing too hard here. This is the easy part, and this is just getting us ready to train. So now's a good chance to have a drink. Now we're 10 minutes in now, guys, and on the indoor trainer it's amazing how much liquid we lose. So any opportunity to drink, take it. And I've actually started putting my drinks bottle out to the side of me on view, because again, in my bottle cage, out of sight, out of mind and all that, I always forget to drink. So guys, we've got an activation sprint here. So in 4 seconds we're going to go. Okay guys, up, up, up. Okay, good job everyone. That shouldn't have felt too hard, but hopefully it's got help get the blood flowing a little bit. So now we've got an easy minute, and then we get into the main part of the session. So make the most of this next 35 seconds, because from then on in it's pretty much specific effort for the duration. And for those of you who are watching on Facebook, the live stream, you'll see you'll see the screen I can see, and you may notice my heart rate says 66. I can guarantee you that is not correct. My heart rate strap is playing up, so I can assure you I'm trying a little bit harder than that. Okay guys, block 1 starts. So we're going to settle into what we call zone 3. So just picture yourself now in a bunch, in a group, and whether that's your local group of mates, it's a club run, or it's a race situation or a sportive, whatever it may be, you're in a group, and we're riding along nice and steady, and out of nowhere one of your mates or maybe a competitor attacks. He's hit it down the right hand gutter, he's gone. So we've got to step it up now guys, make sure we can follow that move. They're still pulling away from you, so you've got to keep that effort going, keep that squeeze going, follow that attack. Stick with it guys, well done. Okay, 10 more seconds left. Okay, good job guys, you caught him back. You caught that rider back, so we're going to settle in now back into the pace of the bunch. So back into zone 3. We're just going to soak it up now guys. Good job. And again, this may feel a little bit strange, this effort now, because you're not allowing yourself to fully recover. So this zone 3 section, again, it's not recovery. We're still working hard in zone 3 in our group. So it's all about staying composed. Just try and soak that effort up. Just stay relaxed and let all that power transfer come from your hips down. And we're minding our own business, where everyone is, but then all of a sudden you decide to attack. Come on guys, make your attack. Let's go. It's a minute effort. This is a real race winning move guys. You know, everyone wants to get to the cafe first, beat the queue, but today it's going to be you. That's good guys, take a look back. You can see them there, they're about 10 meters off your wheel. They're struggling, just keep that pressure on. Keep that pressure on. You're going to crack them, well done. Just looking back now, you can see they're dropping a bit further back. I think you've cracked them. Well done. Just hold it there. Persist with the attack. Good job. We're just going to settle into zone 3 now to finish this first block off. Because maybe that attack wasn't a race winning effort after all. Maybe that was going for a preem, or maybe it's just softening the legs up of your competitors or your mates. So settle into zone 3 now. Good job. "20 seconds left. Now I'm going to stay composed now guys for the duration. See this effort out. Just see it out. 5 seconds left. Good job everyone. Nice one. Recovery phase. So that is our first block of responding to or making attacks. So you got 5 of those in total, 4 more. So I was chatting to, I lead a podcast for Zwift called the Zwift Coaching Podcast, along with Kev Poulton, who famously coached Matt Heyman towards winning Roubaix on Zwift, and 15-year World Tour pro Greg Henderson, So the three of us lead, three of us run this Zwift coaching podcast, which are kind of coming out every 2 weeks at the moment. So if you haven't heard them, you can go on to, I think it's iTunes, Podbean, and somewhere else you can find the podcast. So yeah, take a listen. But one of the things we were chatting to each other about, this is me, Kevin, Greg, on the last podcast. It wasn't actually in the podcast, it was kind of offline, we were just chatting away about it. It was when you're on the turbo, should you have a block under your front wheel, or should you let your front wheel rest on the floor? And it's funny that I've always had my front wheel on the floor, whereas Greg has always put a block under his front wheel. And we were chatting about the kind of pros and cons and the differences. And essentially, it comes down to which muscles you want to engage more. So by putting a block under your front wheel, you essentially engage. Essentially, it's like riding up a hill, and you're going to open your hip flexors a bit more. You're going to engage your glutes and your hamstrings. Whereas having your wheel flat on the ground is going to simulate riding on the flat, which will engage your glutes a little bit less, and it's more your quads will be the dominant muscle in play there. So I guess if you're thinking which should I go for, I guess a lot of it depends on what is your goal, or what is your what attribute in cycling are you trying to develop. So if you're trying to become a better climber and your goal is maybe a really hilly event, then it's probably a good idea to put a block or something under your front wheel, and that only needs to be 2 inches or so. That's just going to raise your wheel enough to make it feel like you're riding up a hill. Whereas if you're wanting to target criteriums, or maybe the track, or maybe it's a sportif, or some long distance event, or any event really that's flatter, then you probably want to ride on Zwift without anything under your front wheel, so kind of have your bike flat. And those subtle differences, they're not going to make huge differences in your performance and the training benefit, but it's just one of those areas where there's little gains to be had. So guys, that's the first block done, and the recovery block's done. We're now going to step back into zone 3. So you're now back in that peloton, guys, sitting in that peloton, and maybe in that 3.5 minutes downtime you went back to the team car and got some bottles for your mates or something, for the teammates, or maybe you just had a chat and you were gassing, whatever it was. Hope you enjoyed the little rest, because we're now into block 2. Okay guys, someone's attacked, just follow them, let's follow. Don't let him move an inch. Don't let him move, guys. Good job, you're on it, you're on it. Hold that effort there. Good job. Nice and composed. That's it, you're there, you're with them, you're with them. They're not escaping you today. Okay, back into zone 3, guys. Back in the bunch. So that attack, you managed that attack, you stayed with the rider. It didn't quite escape you. So this session really works your explosive power. So it works, it's a general all-round aerobic base kind of fitness development session, but it's also specifically working your explosive power. So making these attacks, each of those moves or each of those accelerations they require an explosive increase in power. So that's really going to translate to the real world, where you do have to make similar efforts. So this is not a speed session, this is a power session. Okay guys, someone else just attacked and they're looking really strong on this one, guys. You might have to dig in a bit longer for this. It's a minute. There you go guys, halfway through this minute effort now. Stick with it, well done. "15 seconds. 10 seconds. Good job, they couldn't escape you guys, they couldn't escape. You stuck with them, well done. 3 seconds. Okay, we're all back in the bunch guys. Let's just stick with that pace in the bunch now. And what this is doing when we settle back into our zone 3 is forcing your body to become really efficient at recycling that lactic acid. So when we make that sprint or follow that attack, we make that explosive effort, that we draw on our explosive power, our anaerobic capacity as we call it, that produces as a byproduct lactic acid, what you feel in your legs. And obviously with that lactic acid in your legs, you're unable to produce as much power for as long, so it's important to try and get rid of that waste product as efficiently as possible. And this is what we're teaching ourselves to do here today. Good job everyone, good job. If anyone's thinking about cadence, what cadence they should be riding at, for this effort, there is no prescribed cadence as such. It's basically, you've got to picture yourself in a race situation, and you've got to produce the power required by whatever means necessary. And by whatever means necessary, I mean chosen cadence. I don't mean by really pulling on the bars and letting your form go. Your form on the bike is absolutely critical for a number of reasons. One, all your body movement is using muscles in your upper body. So when you're moving around, your muscles in your neck, your shoulders, it's all those muscles are being activated, and all those muscles require oxygen to function. So with a finite amount of oxygen that you can take in through your lungs, you've got a choice of where that oxygen is distributed. It's either distributed to your legs, which are really in need, or some of that oxygen, and it may be only a small proportion of it, but some of that oxygen will go to your muscles in your back, your shoulder, your arms, and the like, which is a waste really. You want to kind of minimise the oxygen flow to those limbs, because they're not the ones that are really in demand, and they're not the limbs that are going to help you travel faster on your bike. And obviously someone's probably thinking, some smart guy, what about your brain? Of course your brain needs a healthy amount of oxygen. So but again, that'll take care of itself. I think your brain feeds itself first, well before your legs and the like. So so that's number one reason why it's really important to keep your body still. But also, all that upper body movement in the real world is causing air disruption. So that air around you, basically it makes you less aerodynamic. So you're going to be a slower rider basically. So all that air disruption just slows you down. You want to be as still and as controlled, as aerodynamic as possible. And you're just going to disrupt that airflow with all the movement, and that's just going to create extra drag and slow you down. And I guess the slightly annoying thing about it is, tendency is to, when you start struggling, your head goes down, you maybe start pulling on the bars, trying to get those extra few watts out, and you may actually produce slightly more power. So the watts may shoot up by, I don't know, 10, 15 watts, But that increase in watts is far going to be outweighed by by the increased drag you're creating for yourself, and also the increased energy expenditure by your other limbs which are moving. So, yeah, keeping your composure is really important, guys. So that's block number 2 and rest period number 2 ticked off. Going into the third block now, guys. So we're back in the race, back in the peloton. And we're cruising along, a long day out in the saddle. We're thinking about making our move in about 20k's time, plenty of time to go. Minding our own business, just watching the K's tick by, when all of a sudden your rival attacks and you've got to go with him. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Straight on it, guys, good job. He doesn't look too strong this time. He's hit out pretty hard, but he only looks like he's got 15 seconds left. Yeah, almost there. You've almost got him back. Just keep digging in. Keep digging in. Okay, you caught him, you caught him. And it's back to bunch pace. Back to zone 3. Let that lactic acid be recycled now, guys. Well done. Tranquility is resumed. So guys, we've got another 30 seconds of calm. And this is your chance to try and recover as much as possible. Have a drink. Okay guys, and you know what, one of your strong competitors has just launched one down the gutter on the left. They've gone hard, and they're looking really strong this time. No major panic, you've gone after them. They're settling for the long haul here, guys, because they're looking strong. You've caught them up, you're on their wheel, but they're still accelerating. They're still powering away up the climb. Just hold that pace where you are, guys. You're with them. Good job. Riders behind are getting shelled. There's gaps going all over the place. Got riders behind, flapping like frogs in socks. Well, you're just staying there nice and composed, never keeping your body still. Absorb that workload. Just keep pumping out those watts, because the rider you're following looks like he's about to die. Yeah, he's sitting up. He hasn't got it. He hasn't got it. Okay guys, we're back in the bunch. Attack nullified. Good job. Great job. So yeah, I mentioned briefly earlier about the Zwift coaching podcast, so a little plug, but if you haven't heard about it, check it out. Any comments you've got, you can tweet me at Matt36 or MattRowe1988. Hang on, I don't even know what my Twitter is at the moment. These efforts must be hard. What's my Twitter? Yeah, MattRowe1988. So any comments about the podcast when you listen to it, or about this session, send me a tweet if you got it, or leave a comment in Facebook below this live stream. Another thing I was chatting about the other week was I guess the benefits of Zwift versus riding out on the road in the winter especially. So looking at the financial cost of things, if you're riding out on the road often, you know, you're wearing a lot of clothes which all need washing, so they've all got to be going in the wash machine. There's obviously a cost there. The wear and tear on maybe 10 garments, that's quite significant. Obviously you're going to go through a lot of brake pads, and I guess your bike in general is going to go through a lot of a lot more wear and tear. All the cleaning products and the like. Yeah, it's quite a significant financial cost really, compared to Zwift, where you jump on jersey, socks and shorts, minimum amount of kit. None of that's really going to get worn out. Yeah, just an interesting one. Never really thought about it in much detail before. So guys, another minute 45 of this recovery period. Any opportunity you get, take a drink. Hello Hero. Hero's saying it's his first group workout. Well, congratulations and good job for getting so far through your first one. I'm sure you're going to complete the whole thing, so well done. I hope you're enjoying it. And someone's asking about whether these efforts can be done in the saddle or out the saddle. So again, not too precious about whether you do it in the saddle or out the saddle. For me, my riding style is very much kind of say in the saddle. I'm quite a big rider. So I'm 6'5", 82 kilos. So that's a lot of mass to kind of lug out the saddle. And again, earlier I was talking about when you're at the saddle, you're engaging a lot more muscles, upper body, your back, your neck and the like. I try and keep that to a minimum really. And obviously in the saddle as well, you're a lot more aerodynamic. And I'd feel a lot more comfortable in the saddle. So translating that to my training, I try and train in a similar fashion. So for me, I'm pretty much in the saddle, everything I do. Okay guys, we're back in the peloton. We're back in the group. Nice and steady, just riding zone 3. Just keeping control, monitoring procedures. We've already seen out a wave of attacks. We've had to go ourselves. We've made had a good stab at getting away. We were unsuccessful. So yeah, with a quarter of an hour left of the event, the workout, someone's attacked. Someone's attacked on the left hand side. Get on them guys, quick, get on them. They're going in, they're looking strong. Well done. Looks like we nullified it, but keep the pressure on. Another 10 seconds should do it. Good job. Okay guys, we've done that one. Nullified that attack well. Now settling back in the bunch. Okay guys, another 30 seconds here. Another 30 seconds steady. Good job everyone. And the whole workout's done in 15 minutes. I don't know about you, but this session's flying by for me. I think because we've got a lot to focus on, there's a lot to distract us away from the pain, and the session just flies by. And we're doing a lot of quality work here guys, so stick with it, well done. Alright, another attack's gone guys, another attack's gone. That's good, guys. Big effort here. This is a big effort. This is actually our last block of responding to attacks. Okay guys, let's just sit in the bunch now. This is where your body's trying to recover. We're working well below threshold now. We're in zone 3. So you should have an opportunity to recover. So our legs will be desperately trying to recycle that lactic now. But we're not giving them the perfect scenario to recycle that lactic. So we're still producing a significant amount of power, but it is definitely in an aerobic state, so it will allow us to recover over time. And if we keep doing this type of session over the weeks, we should feel ourselves recovering a little bit quicker after each effort, which is a sign of us of an increased fitness, which is what we call the aerobic base. And it's vital really for any cyclist to have a strong aerobic base. Otherwise you're doing intervals, you're doing some specific workouts. If you haven't got that base beneath you, you will see a spike in form. You definitely won't realise the absolute peak in form that you could realise if you had a good base built, and that form as well will fall away a lot quicker. You won't hold that form for as long. So the next thing we're going to do, guys, to finish off actually, is we've got another, it's actually coming towards the end of our race. We've got 3 minutes easy now. Take that time to recover, have a drink. And then we're gonna envisage that the fictitious race here finishes up a climb, and that climb, we're in a good quality group, and the pace at that climb is going to steadily increase. So what we're going to do is a 10-second sprint to start, and that is going to be us trying to position ourselves into the bottom of that climb. So we want to make sure we start that climb at the front of the group to make sure with the leaders, so we can respond to any attacks, but also to give us that slip-in or slide-in room if we need it. So 10-second sprint to make sure we're positioned well into the bottom of the climb. Then we've got a 6-minute ramp, and the effort there over the 6 minutes is just going to increase steadily, and that's to stimulate, getting close to the finish. Riders are playing their cards, making their moves, and the general speed of the peloton is increasing as we head towards the finish. And then the very last part of the effort is a 10-second sprint for the line, and that's why I'm going to encourage you to sprint flat out. That's your race winning effort. It's do or die at that point, and after that then all we've got is a 4-minute cool down. So this last block, guys, starts in 40 seconds. Okay guys, 10 seconds we go. Go in 10 seconds. It's a sprint to start. Okay, up, up, up. Okay guys, nailed it. We're into the climb. We're well positioned. We're well positioned. And the start of the climb isn't too taxing. We've hit it nice and steady, and everyone's playing it cautious. Everyone's playing it calm. A couple of people will be getting nervous now. It's too late for any gels. You know, we are in at the sharp end now. We are committed. So whatever you've got left in your pockets, food-wise, it's too late to eat that. It's just mano a mano. Man against man. Girl against girl. Human against human. We're all out against each other now, guys. No more Mr. Nice Guy now. There you go. You notice the 20 watt increase in effort there as we just ramp it up. Thank you for the ride-ons, all those that are giving me them. Any more? Welcome. Load them on, guys. Ride on. Ride on. Okay. Good job, guys. Now stay focused now. You never know when someone's gonna make a random effort, make an early bid for the line. So you got to be alert the whole time. And really important just to stay composed as well. As mentioned earlier, keep your body still. Let all that power transfer come from your hips down, all for your legs. It may sound like a silly thing to say, make sure all the power comes from your legs. And obviously you can generate power through the pedals by kind of pulling on the bars and using your upper body, but definitely advise against that here. Nice and smooth, nice and controlled. There you go, another click up in watts there, guys. There's another 20 watt increase. And again, you should see your heart rate steadily climbing as well. Great effort, everyone. We're about halfway up this climb now, finishing climb. About halfway up. There's another increase in effort there. So we're heading into our, we call zone 4 now, which is our threshold zone. So we're towards the bottom of that zone now, but again the effort is ramping up. So the fatigue will be kicking in, and then with that cumulative build up of fatigue over the whole session, that's really going to start kicking in as well. So we've got a couple of hard minutes to go before the end of this session. Again, we've literally got a couple of minutes left, so stick with it. I always say every minute of every session is of equal importance, really. Just because we're near the end now, don't let your concentration or your effort wander. You know, stick with it. In a couple of minutes it'll all be over. Nice one. There's another ramp up just a minute ago, or about 20 seconds ago. We really are getting towards the sharp end of this event now, guys. And we've weathered the storm through those 8 attacks earlier. We positioned ourselves well into the final climb. The pace is increasing as the favourites pile on the pressure, but they're not shaking you. They are not getting rid of you. We've got a minute left. And they are not, I repeat, they are not getting rid of you. You hold that power there, guys. Good job. You've got 50 seconds left, and then we're making our race winning move. A 10-second sprint to finish for the line. 45 seconds to go. Hold it there. I think this effort is a bit too much for some. We got riders dropping back, letting wheels go. And this is the importance of being near the front. You know, that effort we made into the bottom of the climb to be near the front, well positioned, that's now paying dividends. 20 seconds to go, guys. Hold it there. We're well positioned now for the sprint. We are there. We are where we need to be. All that's left now, guys, hold it there, is you got to deliver. 10 seconds left. You've got to deliver. Your team worked tirelessly all day. Here we go. Up, 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 up. Come on. Yes! Winner! Winner! That's a great result. It's a great result. I got it. I got it. Well done, guys. Thanks for all your work. Well done, everyone. Great effort. Oh! Drink your time. Just to send a little message to everyone who's lovely. Well, thank you, Rob. Rob saying great format. John Stevens saying tough finish. Absolutely. Just remember, we get good at what we practice. So if you want to be good in tough events, that's what you've got to do. Those type of sessions are really gonna help us. So now we are into the recovery part of the session, and again it's very important because it's all well and good for breaking your muscles down, but it's the building back up that makes them come back stronger than they were before. So yeah, what we're doing now is cooling down. So we're basically getting rid of all the lactic acid and the waste products in our body. Getting rid of all the waste products, you know, getting that blood flow into our legs to start the recovery process. Yeah, we need to cool down physically, kind of literally core body temperature as quick as possible now. So hopefully your fans are working in overdrive. And then off the bike, then it's time to refuel. So you're going to need a little bit of carbs, protein, you know, restore that glycogen that we would have depleted there. Get some protein in to start repairing the muscles. And you know, this hasn't been too demanding a session in terms of depleting your carbohydrate stores. It's not so much that; it's more just topping up that glycogen, because you would have done some, would have depleted your stores to some extent. So you don't need a big full-on meal, a 3-course meal or anything like that. Now, I always go for a recovery shake, maybe a bowl of cereal then before bed, something like that. But you're definitely going to need to eat something as soon as possible, really, after this session. And there's always kind of a half-hour golden window, if you like. And if you can kind of refuel in that 30 minutes, you're gonna get the best adaptation. So, guys, thank you very much. My name is Matt Rowe from Rowe & King. Workout Wednesday. Today has been responding to attacks. Hopefully you've learned something, had a great workout. Thanks for joining. Same time next week, or same time every week. 19:45 Greenwich Mean Time, 7:45 PM in the UK. See you next week. Bye bye.